Welcome back. This is Tammy again. We're going to start off in lesson 12. Goodbye and good luck. It looks to me like they're going on a boat ride. We'll say goodbye to him. Let's read the passage and then answer this question. Where is Captain Allison going and how? This looks to me like it could be Captain Allison. Let's see where he's going. Our neighbor, Captain Charles Allison, will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We'll meet him at the harbor early in the morning. He will be in his small boat. Here's his small boat. Topsail. Topsail is a famous little boat. It has sailed across the Atlantic many times. Wow, that's impressive. Captain Allison will set out at 8 o'clock, so we'll have plenty of time. We'll see his boat and then we'll say goodbye to him. He will be away for 2 months. We are very proud of him. We will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. So, let's answer this question. Where is Captain Allison going and how? Where is Captain Allison going and how? It says, our neighbor, Captain Charles Allison, will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We'll meet him at the harbor early in the morning. He will be in his small boat. So he is going to Portsmouth. No, I'm sorry, he's sailed from Portsmouth. It says he will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. So he is going across the Atlantic and he's going in his small boat. So Captain Charles Allison will be sailing across the Atlantic in his small boat. Let's go over the new words and expressions. Repeat. Luck, captain, sail, harbor, proud, important. The notes on the text says Captain Charles Allison. This looks to be Captain Charles Allison. He has on his little captain's hat. The Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is an ocean, and Captain Charles Allison will sail across it in his small boat. Let's answer some questions about what we just read. Number 1 says, whom shall we meet at Portsmouth Harbor early tomorrow morning? It says, Captain Charles Allison will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We'll meet him at the harbor early. So we're going to meet Captain Charles Allison. Where will he be? It says, he will be in his small boat topsail. So Captain Charles Allison will be in his small boat topsail. His boat is called Topsail. That's what he named it. Topsail. Number 3. At what time will he leave? Let's see. It says Captain Allison will set out at 8 o'clock. So set out means to leave. So he will leave at 8 o'clock. Number 4. Shall we say goodbye to him or shall we travel with him? Let's see. It says here, we'll see his boat and then we'll say goodbye to him. So they're going to say, goodbye, Charles Allison. Number 5, what will he take part in? What will he take part in? It says here, he will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. So he will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. Key structure. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. I will see you tomorrow. These sentences tell us about the future, something that hasn't happened yet. Let's read them carefully and pay close attention to the words in italics. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you at 3 o'clock. I'll is the contraction for I will. I will, I'll. We will travel by air. We'll be at the airport tomorrow morning. So we will and will is the same words. Will is the contraction for we will. George will be here this evening. He'll come by train. We can say George will be, or we can say he'll, or he will. He will is the contraction for, he'll is the contraction for he will. He'll means George. Alice will meet him at the station. She'll be there at 5 o'clock. She'll is the contraction for she will. And she'll is talking about Alice. The train will arrive at 4:55. It'll be here soon. It'll is the contraction for it will. And it'll is talking about the train. You will miss the train. You'll be late. You'll is the contraction for you will. You will. They will come here on foot. They'll walk from the station. They'll is the contraction of they will. Let's underline all the verbs in the passage which tells us what will happen. What will happen in the future? Our neighbor Captain Charles Allison will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We'll meet him at the harbor early in the morning. He will be in his small boat, Topsail. Topsail is a famous little boat. It has sailed across the Atlantic many times. Captain Allison will set out at 8 o'clock. So we'll have plenty of time. We'll see his boat and then we'll say goodbye to him. He will be away for 2 months. We are very proud of him. He will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. B. Let's give the correct form of the verbs in parentheses. Our neighbor, Captain Charles Allison, will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We will meet him at the harbor early in the morning. He will be in his small boat Topsail. Topsail is a famous little boat. It has sailed across the Atlantic many times. Captain Allison will set out at 8 o'clock. So we will have plenty of time. We will see his boat and then we will say goodbye to him. He will be away for 2 months. We are very proud of him. He will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. In the paragraph below, the verbs in italics tell us what happened. Write the passage again and change the verbs in italics so that they tell us what will happen. Let's begin. Let's read it. I went to the theater with my friend Reg. Reg and I saw the first performance of a play called The End of the Road. After the play, the producer gave a short speech. He spoke to the audience about the play. The play was very successful, and I think a great many people enjoyed it very much. I will go to the theater with my friend Reg. Reg and I will see the first performance of a play called The End of the Road. After the play, the producer will give a short speech. He will speak to the audience about the play. The play will be very successful, and I think a great many people will enjoy it very much. Special difficulties. In each sentence, be combines with a different adverb. Each combination has a different meaning. Let's read them. He will be away for 2 months. I'm going out now. I'll be back at 6 o'clock. If anyone telephones, tell them I'll be out all morning. I went to Ted's house and asked to see him, but he wasn't in. Why don't you forget about it? It's all over. It's finished. What's on at the local cinema this week? She is very ill. She can't start work yet. She is not up to it. Means she is not capable of it. She's not capable of starting work yet because she's very ill. B. It says, now look at the verb set in these sentences. Captain Allison will set out at 8 o'clock. That means he will start his journey. Will set out means to start his journey. Tom and I set off early in the morning. That means we started our journey. To set off means we already started our journey. Jensen set up a new world record for the 400 meters. Jensen set up a new world record for the 400 meters. So that means he started a new world record. He was the first to do it. We're going to replace the words in italics by the correct phrase be or set. Number 1, he has not yet returned. He will return in 10 minutes. He has not set out. He'll return in 10 minutes. He'll be back in 10 minutes. Number 2, a new play is being performed at the Globe Theater. A new play is set to perform at, A new play is set to perform at the Globe Theater. Number 3, when the concert ended, we went home. When the concert set, we went home. They will leave very early tomorrow morning. They will set out very early tomorrow morning. You can't take the exam yet. You are not capable of it. You cannot start the exam yet. You are not up to it. He will be absent from home for 2 months. He will be away from home for 2 months. She swam across the English Channel and created a new world record. She swam across the English Channel and set up a new world record. Topsail is famous because it is a little boat which has sailed across the Atlantic many times. Topsail will be in the race across the Atlantic. Our neighbor, whose name is Charles Allison, will sail tomorrow. He will sail from Portsmouth. He is at Portsmouth now. His boat, the name of which is Topsail, is famous. We'll have plenty of time. There will be enough time to see him. We'll say goodbye to him. He's our neighbor, so he lives next door to us. It has sailed across the Atlantic many times. It has sailed across the Atlantic often. He will set out at 8 o'clock. That's when the journey begins. He will take part in a race. He will be in it. The Atlantic is an ocean. Arrange these group of words in the correct order, then check your answers against the text. Him we shall meet early in the morning at the harbor. We shall meet him at the harbor early in the morning. Let's see. We shall meet him, we shall meet him at the harbor early in the morning. We shall meet him at the harbor early in the morning. Let's check the text. Our neighbor, Captain Charles Allison, will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We'll meet him at the harbor early in the morning. We'll meet him at the harbor early in the morning. So we can say, we will meet him at the harbor early in the morning, or we can make the contraction, we'll meet him at the harbor early in the morning. Well, this is the end of this lesson. When we begin our next lesson, we'll begin lesson 13, the Greenwood Boys. This is Tammy saying bye.